Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be back with a new video today, and today I want to talk to you about 5 items that I have swapped in my life to reduce waste. So this topic has been kind of like getting more and more popular. More and more people are, getting reusable straws, reusable bags, and that's really great. So every single little action that you can take to reduce waste is really important and pertinent. I first want to mention that this video is in collaboration with Sanjana from the channel Jasana Dreams. Sanjana's content revolves around art, sustainability, creativity, and lifestyle. I have rarely stumbled upon such a well thought out, original, creative, and artistic channel. Her cultivated and creative nature really shines through all her videos. One of my favorite videos from her that I have seen is called, I believe, Melanin, a Poem, and it's a poem that she wrote. It's stunning, both visually and the actual poem. She really has a good sense of putting things together and making it kind of delicious to all the senses. I really urge you to go check out her channel, subscribe, and I am 100% sure that you will love her. She is from India, so I think it's really interesting because there are not many Indian YouTubers that I know of anyway. Definitely worth watching. Tell her that Holistic Maya sent you and that I said hi. Now, before I jump into the 5 items that I have swapped in my life to be more geared towards a zero waste lifestyle, I want to tell you a few facts about plastic because I think that it's important to get into that mindset to understand that it's not just a trend or like cool to have those reusable bags. It actually is important. So some of the plastic that we use gets shipped overseas to be recycled. Only 5% of it actually gets reused. The rest of that plastic was found in our oceans. And a lot of plastic microsegments were found in the Great Lakes in North America, which is the biggest source of fresh water in the world. Can you imagine? Also, something really devastating for me is to know that there are giant like garbage mountains floating around in the oceans in the world. And each one of them is about twice the size of Texas. Over the last 10 years, only 10 years, we have produced more plastic than the last century. And also just think of this, 50% of the plastic that we produce in the world is only used once and then thrown away. So honestly, I think that the human race is like so lazy. We only think of our comfort and our convenience, but we don't think of the health of others and the health of Mother Earth and the environment and the other living beings that are around us that are affected by our actions. It takes 500 to 1,000 years for plastic to decompose. So please think of that the next time that you just want to nonchalantly throw some plastic on the ground. And every single minute, more than 1 million bags are being used. All sea turtles, 44% of seabird species, and 22% of cetaceans have been reported to have some form of plastic inside or around their bodies. And very sadly, 1 million seabirds and 100,000 sea mammals are killed every year by plastic. 93% of Americans that were tested for BPA traces in their bodies came out positive. And BPA is a plastic chemical. Having plastic in our bodies is really bad for us. It plays with our hormones. It is really bad for our health. It's linked to cancer and many other diseases. So there are so many reasons not to use plastic. It's bad for us. It's bad for the animals. It's bad for the ocean, for nature, for the environment. Without oceans, which are like the lungs of the earth, there is no earth. So please listen to the 5 suggestions that I have for you, and I really hope that you get inspired by the things that I'm going to show you. Okay, let's start with the first item, these mesh produce bags. There's a baby crying outside. Oh my God. Give me 1 second. As I was saying, mesh produce bags are really important for me specifically because I get a lot of fresh produce when I go buy my groceries. I end up with like 8 bags of different things like cilantro. Yeah, so I got these off of Amazon, and I think the brand is Flip and Tumble. I will link them down in the description box. And they're really nice because they're very breathable and they keep your produce fresh in the fridge. So for example, here I have some celery, and here I have some golden berries. You know those types of berries Yeah, you just have to remember to bring them. I have forgotten a few times since I got them because it's just new, you know? When I forget them, by the way, I don't get bags, those little produce bags. I just put them directly in my cart. Just wash them when you get home, and that's it. All right, next is this tea travel mug. I use this very regularly, especially when I'm working outside of home. I'm a big tea drinker, and I know some people like purchase coffee every single day, even multiple coffees or tea if you're a tea drinker. But I love to just make my own tea at home in the morning before I leave, and then I pour it in this and I have it and it stays hot. So yeah, that's a really easy one to do. If you're a coffee or tea drinker, just get yourself a travel mug. This one is from David's Tea. I got it many years ago. Okay, now I have these reusable cotton rounds for removing the makeup off of your face. I really love them. They are so comfortable on the skin. I thought it would be weird like to use, you know, like fabric on your face, but this is like organic cotton, unbleached, undyed. The only thing that I'm kind of frustrated about is that I've been really washing them the best that I could, but they are still stained from my tinted sunscreen, so it's kind of beige, and also a little black from when I fill in my eyebrows. One side is soft fleece and the other side is like a little more textured and exfoliant. I just throw it in the washer in the bag, so it's really easy. If you cannot get your hands on this, because I've heard that sometimes it can be quite expensive and you get only like 5 of them. I got them off of Etsy from Gina's soft cloth shop, and also it was like 30% off or something, so I was really lucky when I found this. I would say that organic cotton is definitely worth the price because you're putting this all over your eyes and your skin. But if you cannot get these cotton rounds, you know, the shape is not important. All you need is a cloth. So I would say just get a cloth and do the same. Just use a different corner every time and try to use it the whole week or something, and then you just wash your cloths. So you don't need the cotton rounds. Now, I am not a big like saran plastic wrap user, but I do use it sometimes, especially when I only use half an onion or half an avocado. It was hard for me to decide, is it better to use plastic wrap? I usually try to just put my half an onion like in a Tupperware little pot. Sometimes I just want to wrap it up because it takes up too much space in the fridge if I'm constantly using Tupperware. I got these Abeego Beeswax food wraps. It's kind of controversial because I identify as a vegan because I don't eat any animal products. I still, as you see, purchase very rarely some beeswax products. I did a lot of research to find a vegan food wrap. It was always made with beeswax because I've read that it's the only naturally antiseptic, antimicrobial wax. Yeah, for now this is a really good option. I just wanted to try it out to see if I like it, and I do like it. I love it. I'm torn apart between my, you know, vegan mindset and using this. Tell me what you think in the comments. Am I like a really horrible person? I don't know. I was wondering if I should even show you this, but I think it's better than using plastic wrap and even aluminum. I think this is better. So tell me what you think, because at least I'm not throwing anything out. I will use this for many years. Tell me if you have another solution. Maybe you have other ideas for me. Okay, my final item that I want to end with is this kind of set that I've made myself. It's wooden cutlery and a bamboo straw. I'm kind of putting them together since it's not very different, but the bamboo straw I got in San Marcos La Laguna in Guatemala. I was using it a lot when I was there because I was getting like smoothies and stuff, so I would just put my own straw in there. I really think that it's, honestly, plastic straws are one of the stupidest things that we use because you actually don't need it at all. Like, do you need to drink out of a straw? I mean, I don't understand why you absolutely need a straw. I think it's fun to have like a reusable straw just for fun, but even when I didn't have this reusable straw, I would never drink out of a plastic straw. Yeah, and these wooden spoon and fork that I got also in San Marcos La Laguna. I had a knife, but I can't find it. I love these. I use them all the time, even at home. I really prefer the sensation of eating with wooden cutlery than metal cutlery. I really find that metal is like cold, and the way it hits your teeth and when it contacts your food. I don't know. I just feel this is so much more like natural and enjoyable. So I love it. And I also bring it in this little thing that I have from a previous set that I used to have of bamboo cutlery. I bring it in my bag every day. And that way, whenever I need to eat out, people usually hand out plastic cutlery. I say, nope, I have my own. So thanks anyways, but no thanks. So that's it. Those were my 5 items. That being said, I read statistics that actually what they have found the most in oceans are not the plastic straws. It was actually the fishing gear. So fishing equipment like nets and stuff like that. Those were the biggest source of pollution of the ocean. So if you're still eating like seafood and fish, and of course I'm going to mention at the same time all animal products. So, you know, when I think of sea life and fish and all of that, they're like so happy in the ocean. It's their home. And you're like taking them out just for your taste buds. When people tell me that it's for their health and for their nutrition, they need the omega-3 and the protein, I tell them, look at all these professional athletes that are vegan. Look at these people who have been vegan most of their life or for several years. So please think about it. I'm not telling you to cut it out completely, although that would be the ideal thing, but at least reduce it. Even as a vegan, I get products that come in a plastic box. So I get, for example, raspberries and mushrooms. These come in a plastic container, which is really frustrating because I don't know what to do. I try to go to local farmers markets because they don't use plastic. They just give it to you in the cardboard box. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to go check out Jasana Dreams, Sanjana's channel. Leave me a comment below. Tell me the things that you use. Also, Sanjana has different items, so you'll get 10 ideas in 2 different perspectives. Someone who lives in India and someone who lives in Quebec, Canada. So I think that's really interesting. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, if you feel like you're inspired to live a more zero waste lifestyle. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!